by definition, all vinyasa really means is connecting the breath to the movement. That's like the technical definition. So that can be gentle or powerful. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
I'm Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Hi. Stacy. I tried to sign up on the app, but I failed.
Okay. Hi, hello, welcome. Sometimes the app is finicky. You can always call the number on the website, and there's usually an admin. The owner can help.
I'll be able to do it.
Okay. Well, welcome. It's nice to see some new faces. So my name's Kim. I've been teaching yoga since 2017. I've been here with Sunny Street since 2020. So this is Vinyasa Yoga, so it's all about connecting the breath to the movement. Typically, this is an all levels class, so I will offer options for all levels. So you can take what you need. You can do the more gentle option or the more intense option. So you control the intensity. Any requests before we start? Is there anything you'd like to integrate into the sequence? Or I'm always happy to integrate your requests. So let me know. We have just a minute before it's time. Trying to get the So no one has a request for me? Okay. All right then, it feels a little toasty in here, so I did alter the temperature. It should cool off. This isn't meant to be hot yoga. All right, so I thought we'd just start in a seated position today. So you're welcome to just stagger your shins, just one shin in front of the other. If you're feeling more open, you can try half lotus with one foot over a hip crease. Or if you're feeling even more open, maybe try 2 feet. That's an advanced move, so don't force it. Nice. So if you're working towards full lotus, I recommend stacking the less dominant foot on the hip crease, and that'll help you gradually open up more and more. But this doesn't have to be an intense hip opening position. It can be gentle to start. Now imagine you're pushing your back into a wall. So your spine is nice and straight. So stacking the head over the heart over the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Open the palms. Close the eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Now, without trying to control your breath, alter your breath, or change your breath, with the eyes closed for now, see if you can simply observe your breath. So this is actually quite challenging. Oftentimes when we bring our attention to the breath, the tendency is to change it or alter it. So see if you can resist that tendency. And simply observe your natural breathing pattern. So notice if your breath feels fast or slow, shallow or deep, smooth or choppy. Notice if your breath feels constricted. And after checking in with your breath, take a moment, check in with your body. Scan from your head to your toes and notice how you're feeling physically in this time, in this place, as you scan from your head to your toes. After that body scan, I invite you to take a moment, turn inward, silently acknowledge and accept how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today. So sometimes this is easier said than done. So just noticing what's going on in your mind. Notice if your mind is dwelling somewhere in the past, reflecting on something that happened earlier today, a week ago, long ago. Is your mind projecting into the future to your to-do list, your plans? Is it easy for you to focus all your attention in this moment, what's happening here and now on the mat? And after checking in with your thoughts, take a moment, check in with your emotions. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to feel. All emotions are a valid part of the human experience. So just giving yourself permission to honor and accept any and all emotions you might be processing today. And after checking in with the breath, the body, the mind, and the heart, I invite you to gently place one hand over your heart, one hand over your navel. Take a moment, honor yourself for showing up to this ancient practice to refine the body, mind, and spirit for your sake and for all the lives that you impact. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me for 3 deep, cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale, fill up the belly first. Feel the pressure of the hand on the navel. Then fill up the ribs and chest. Feel the pressure of the hand on the chest. Pause, hold your breath at the top. Open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Think of releasing all physical tension. Second time, take a deeper inhale, expand more through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, retain your breath at the top. Open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Think of releasing any emotional tension. Third time, take an even deeper breath in. Expand more through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Maybe see if you can sniff in just a little more air at the top. Then open the mouth, slowly sigh out. This time, think of releasing any mental stress. So letting go of any distracting thoughts. Relax the hands, close the lips now, and gently constrict the throat as we transition to Ujjayi breath. So take a deep breath in through the nose and a longer exhale through the nose. Deep breath in through the nose. Slower exhale through the nose. And continue to practice bringing all your attention, all your awareness to deepening your inhales and lengthening your exhales. Keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. So we just want to make sure our exhales are a little longer than our inhales to activate the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest, digest, and repair mode. Now, before we connect our breath to movement today, if you'd like to set an intention so you're moving with a clear purpose, with mindfulness, maybe just think of a state of being that you would like to cultivate. Ask yourself, why did you show up today? Maybe you want to focus on something physical, or maybe you want to focus on something a little deeper. I'll read a quote for inspiration by Deep Kumar. Your body carries ancient wisdom that the mind often overlooks. When confusion arises, trust your body. It knows the way. In yoga, if ever in doubt, let the body guide you. It speaks the truth that the mind may miss. So one central aspect of yoga is tuning into the body and listening to what the body is telling us. So as we approach our yoga practice today, I will offer options. Trust that your body will tell you which option is best for you. Trust the intuition of your body. And for the next 3 breaths, if you'd like to, silently recite any mantra that's meaningful for you, a feeling state that you would like to cultivate. Maybe it's something related to the quote, like, I am trusting, I am intuitive, I'm exploring. Any quality that you would like to call in for the next 3 breaths, I invite you to silently recite any mantra that's meaningful for you 3 times for the next 3 breaths. And after your 3rd breath, your 3rd personal mantra, we'll start connecting breath to movement. So when you feel ready, roll over the shins and ankles, plant your palms, and make your way to a tabletop. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, we'll practice some cat-cows. Spreading the fingers wide. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the head, cow pose. Exhale, untuck the toes, round the spine, push the mat away, draw your chin to your chest, cat pose. And we'll do several more. So inhale as you lift the hips, the heart, the head, gaze up to cow. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away, chin to chest, cat pose. Keep flowing just like this, finding your own pace, your own rhythm. Inhale as you arch, and exhale as you round. Making sure your exhale is a little longer than your inhale. Making sure your cat pose is a little longer than your cow pose. Keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. So I invite you to close your eyes as much as you can throughout this practice. Trust in your ability to listen to my verbal guidance. So only turn your head to see what I do if something I say is confusing to you. So that way your head will be in proper alignment. And closing your eyes helps you focus inward. After all, yoga can be as much of an inward exploration as an outward exploration. There is water if you need a grab some. There's water in here. Hope you're okay. So just practice a few more cat-cows. This is a great way to release tension in the shoulders, the neck, and decompress the spine. Great, practice a couple more cat-cows. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring your big toes together, widen the knees, sink the hips on the heels, reach your hands out in front of you, and relax your forehead on the mat, child's pose. And maybe rock the head side to side several times here, releasing tension in the forehead, releasing tension in the neck. The more you reach your fingertips out in front of you, the more shoulder opening you'll feel. And the more you sink your hips on your heels, the more tension release you'll feel in the lower back and hips. Child's pose is a great pose to come to. If you're ever in a yoga class and something starts to feel a little too intense, you can always come back to this pose, regulate your breath, and then join the group whenever you're ready. Remember, this is your practice. So enjoy a few more rounds of slow, soothing, deep breaths here. In Vinyasa Yoga, the goal is to push just outside of our comfort zone and poses, but you never want to push to the point of pain or strain. So honor your own unique edge of resistance in all of the poses and movements today. Practice a couple more breaths here. And take a deep breath in, plant the palms. Exhale, press yourself back up to tabletop. Now from here, with an inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, float the knees an inch above the mat. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, float the knees an inch higher. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the knees an inch higher. And keep lifting the knees inch by inch until the legs are straight. Once the legs are straight, lower your heels in a downward dog shape. So we're making an upside down V, gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, pushing down and forward with the fingers and knuckles, like you're pushing the front edge of the mat away from you. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears, knitting in the ribs, gazing at the belly, feet hip-width apart, pressing the heels down and out towards the earth, keeping the knees a little soft. And practice a few more rounds of breath here and downward dog, perhaps pedaling your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe sway your hips, maybe rock your head. Just exploring any movements that feel good to you in this downward dog shape, and enjoy your breath. Practice flowing to plank and back a few times to engage the core. So take a deep breath in, lift the heels, undulate forward, vertebrae by vertebrae to plank, or lower your knees in assisted plank. So the option's up to you. If the knees are lowered, that's a little less intense, but either way, the knees, hips, and shoulders are in one long line. Pushing the mat away, doming the upper back, lengthening through the heels, lengthening through the crown of the head. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, use your core, so hug the navel into the spine as you lift your hips and lower your heels, downward dog. We'll just flow back and forth a few times like that. So inhale, lift the heels, undulate forward, vertebrae by vertebrae. It's plank or assisted plank. Then exhale, use the core, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward dog. Again, inhale, undulate forward to plank or assisted. Exhale, use the core, lift the hips and lower the heels, downward dog. Just one more. Inhale, rotate to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Then take a deep breath in, look between your thumbs. Exhale, tiptoe your feet towards your hands until you arrive at a forward fold. Feet 2 fists apart with the micro bend in the knee. Take a deep breath in, press the fingers to the shins, lengthen the spine, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees as much as you need to touch your chest to your thighs. Wrap your arms around your shins and maybe grab the inner arches of the elbows. So this is a great way to open the upper back, the hamstrings, and decompress the spine. So keep the connection between the chest and the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe lift the hips an inch higher, but keep the chest and thighs touching. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. Decompressing the neck and the spine. And as you breathe into this full body stretch here, notice any thoughts in the mind. And if your mind is trying to cling to worries of the past or future, see if you can let those worries go for now. Allow your breath to ground you to the present moment, and allow your breath to anchor you to your intention, to remind you of your mantra that you set at the beginning of practice. When you're ready, bend the knees a lot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Slowly curl up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly, slowly stacking your heart over your hips, and then your head over your heart. Making our way to mountain pose. So mountain pose is about full body awareness. Feet about 2 fists apart, nice and straight, making an 11. Spreading the toes wide, really rooting through the heels so much that you feel your leg muscles turn on. Practice slightly tucking in the tailbone, so it's a slight pelvic tilt to create length and space in the spine. And on each exhale, practice hugging the navel in to fully engage your core. Draw the shoulders back and down. Actively reach down to the fingertips so you feel your chest open. And a stretch in the trapezius, decompressing tension in the neck here. Then draw the chin inward and lift through the crown of the head. So we're lengthening and strengthening the neck. So take a moment, feel all your muscles consciously activate. Feel this alignment and breathe. Now in each pose, in each movement, if you practice consciously engaging all your muscles like this, that will help you get the most out of your practice. So now we'll do a variation of Sun Series A to start. Take a deep breath in, swoop the hands out and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, fingers to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees, plant your palms under your shoulders. Step your right leg back to a runner's lunge. You can always use blocks underneath the hands if that works better for you. You want the left knee to be stacked over the ankle. Inhale, get lighter on the fingertips. Exhale, gently lower that right knee down. Then with an inhale, swoop the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Great, now from here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, give yourself a little hug. So wrap your right arm over your left. So just giving your thigh a little hug. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. So you should feel the upper back opening here. Now, as we hold this lunge, think of energetically drawing the left heel back and the right knee forward. And we're gonna flow between those two shapes. So inhale, swoop the arms up and back, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, give your thigh a little hug. Good. Again, inhale, arms up, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, give your thigh a little hug. Try one more. Inhale, arms up, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, give your thigh a little hug. Now, with an inhale, see if you can lunge a little deeper. Then as you exhale, shift the hips back. Straighten the left leg, flex the left foot and back. Lower your fingertips if you need to for stability. The more advanced option is to try to keep the bind. So keep the arms wrapped around the thigh if you want that challenge today. Great. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now we're just gonna lunge forward and shift back. Option to lower the fingertips, option to keep the bind. Inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the left leg and back. Again, inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the left leg and back. One more, inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift back and back. This time, inhale, lunge. Exhale, plant the right palm, swoop the left arm high, easy twist. Great, and then if it feels good, just circle this left arm around. So we're just releasing tension in the left shoulder. Now if you want to activate this pose more, option to float the back knee for more activation. Great, take a couple more deep breaths in, longer breaths out. And then when you're ready, plant the left palm, tuck the right toes, float the right knee if it's not already lifted. Now push your hands into your mat firmly to create space for you to step the left foot back to the right. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a longer breath out. Inhale, look between your thumbs, step your right foot there, runner's lunge. Exhale, left foot to right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swoop the hands out and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Good work. Take a moment here, close the eyes, and just notice how you're feeling so far in the practice today. So notice how you're feeling outward in the body. Observe what's happening inward in the mind. If your mind has wandered elsewhere, gently bring all your attention, all your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, and back to your mantra. And now we'll explore that same Sun Series A variation on the left side. Take a deep breath in, swoop the hands out and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Plant your palms on blocks or the mat. And this time, the left leg steps back to a runner's lunge. The right knee is over the ankle. Inhale, get lighter on the fingers. Exhale, gently lower that left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, give your thigh a little hug. Wrap the left arm over the right. Deep breath in, long breath out. And then we'll flow back and forth. So inhale, Arms up, really squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest, and exhale, open the upper back, give your thigh a little hug. Again, inhale, arc back, really open the chest, and exhale, give your thigh a hug, just one more. Inhale, cactus the arms, and exhale, give yourself a little hug. Now from here, inhale, lunge a little deeper. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the right leg, flex the right foot, bow forehead to shin. Option to lower your fingertips if you need. If you want to challenge the balance, try to keep the wrap. Deep breath in, long breath out. And now we'll lunge back and forth. So inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the right leg, flex the right foot and back. Again, inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the right leg and bow. One more, inhale, lunge deeply. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the right leg and back. Very good, this time inhale, lunge. Exhale, plant the left palm under the shoulder, right arm reaches high, easy twist. And then if it feels good, circle the right arm, just releasing tension in the shoulder. If you want to activate the pose more, option to float the left knee. And take a couple more deep breaths in, longer breaths out. Nice, everyone. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, plant the right palm, tuck your left toes, float the left knee, step back to downward dog. Deep breath in, longer breath out. Inhale, look between the thumbs, step your left foot there. Runner's lunge. Exhale, right foot to left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swoop the hands out and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Great work. Take a moment, close the eyes. Just noticing how you're feeling in the body and in the mind. Maybe let go of any thoughts that might not be serving you well, like judgment or inner criticism, and let go of expectation. Regulate your breath, remember your intention. And now we'll transition to a few variations of Sun Series B. Take a big breath in, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the hands up, chair pose. So you're just imagining you're about to sit into a chair. Everyone looks good. So the weight's a little more in the heels than the toes. Knees over ankles. Try not to arch or round the spine, just a neutral spine. Shoulders back and down, but really reach for the fingertips. And see how low you can sink your hips and how high you can reach your hands. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms. You can step or hop to plank. And for this first one, just lower the knees, then the chest, then the chin. So keeping the hips lifted, drawing the elbows into the ribs as you lower chest and chin. So hips stay lifted at first, then with an inhale, sink the hips and pull the chest forward and up. So just a baby cobra to start. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes. Option to push up to assisted or regular plank. Then use the core, lift the hips and lower the heels, downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, soften the elbows, step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Nice. So you can stick with that variation of Sun Series B if you like. I'll show you two more options if you want to take up the practice a notch. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float to plank. Option to lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. So that means keeping the knees lifted. As you shift your weight forward to the tippy toes, hug the elbows into the ribs. Lower the body in one long line. One shoulder's lined with elbows. Inhale, pull the chest forward and up. So you can practice cobra like last time, or if you want a deeper back bend, upward facing dog. Either way, gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, shoulders back and down, lifting through the crown of the head, pushing the tops of the feet into the mat so much that maybe the kneecaps lift, activating the glutes to protect the lower back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hug the navel in as you tuck the toes, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Great, option 3. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option 3 is to float straight back to chaturanga. So landing with the arms at a 90-degree angle and adding some extra push-ups if you want that power today. Then with an inhale, when you're ready, open the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, soften the elbows, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Great. So I invite you to join me for 3 more rounds of Sun Series B. So you can choose any of those options. Most importantly, focus on connecting the breath to the movement, so we're cultivating that brain-body connection. So when you're ready, at the top of the mat, take a deep breath in, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, choose your vinyasa. So bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float to plank or chaturanga. Your choice here. Inhale, open to cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, travel to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Great, just 2 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. So choose your own variation, just moving with your breath. Inhale, open the chest when you're ready. Exhale, downward dog when you're ready. Inhale, travel to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Very nice. 1 more round. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. So choose your own variation, moving with the breath. Inhale, open the chest when you're ready. Exhale, downward dog when you're ready. Inhale, make your way to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain. Great work. Take a moment, close the eyes. Tuning in to how you're feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally. And perhaps let go of any thoughts that may be distracting or destructive. Bring all your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, back to that mantra you set for your practice. Now we'll practice some standing postures. So when you're ready, open the eyes. Find a drishti. So that means a still point in front of you that's not moving. That's what helps your balance when you focus your eyes on something still. So whatever it is, you get to pick what it is, something small and still. Feel your alignment in mountain pose. Now from here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, shift your weight to your right foot. Draw your left knee towards your chest. See if you can keep it floating for one breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now take a deep breath in. Push the left leg back behind you like you're pushing into a wall. Warrior 3. Body parallel to the mat. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now from here, inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, slowly lower the left foot back about a leg length. Grounding the left heel, driving the right knee forward, keeping the tailbone tucked, arms up, shoulders back and down. Driving the right hip back so the hips are square. Warrior 1 pose. Focus the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. So now we're going to do that upper body movement that we did with Sun Series A. So take a deep breath in. Cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale. Wrap your arms around your right thigh. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Rise. Find your drishti. Cactus the arms. Open the chest. Exhale. Give yourself a little hug. Just 1 more. Inhale. Arms up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. And exhale. Give your thigh a little hug. Now hold here. If you need to lower your fingertips for balance, totally fine. The challenging option is to keep the bind. So with an inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Good. This time, inhale, straighten. Lower your fingertips to frame your right foot. Now with an exhale, see if you can draw your right hip farther back behind you, really stretching the hamstring. Option to lift your right toes for a deeper hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in and a longer breath out. And from here, inhale, bend the right knee, rise back up, warrior 1. Exhale, open the shoulders and hips, warrior 2. Left arm back, right arm forward. Option to toe heel the left foot back a step. So in warrior 2, heel to arch alignment, right knee over ankle, keeping the tailbone tucked, arms are strong, eyes on the front fingertips. Everyone looks great. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now from here, we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up overhead, peaceful warrior. With an exhale, extended side angle. So lightly tap the right forearm on the right thigh, reaching the left arm all the way up and overhead. So creating a straight line of energy from your left foot to your left hand. Find a drishti on the ceiling. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And now we'll float back and forth between those shapes. Inhale, arc back, peaceful warrior, eyes on the ceiling. Exhale, extended side angle, open the side of the body. Again, inhale, arc back, open the chest. Exhale, extended side angle. Now from here, you can stay here in side angle and just breathe. Or try a half bind. Bring the back of the left hand to the lower back. Now for a full bind, reach the right arm underneath the right thigh for your left fingers or your left wrist. So that's very advanced. Now from here, inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Just 1 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Good. This time, inhale, straighten. Open the arms, triangle pose. So lower the right fingertips to your shin, your ankle, in front or behind the right foot, on a block or the mat. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips, eyes on the left fingertips. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Awesome. Inhale, bend the right knee, arc back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, gently cartwheel the arms until the hands frame your right foot. Spin on the ball of the back toes and step back to downward dog. And maybe you just want to breathe in down dog. Option 2, vinyasa. Inhale, rotate to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, travel to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Awesome work. Take a moment, close the eyes, and just take inventory. Notice how your breath feels, how your body feels. Notice any thoughts in the mind. And maybe let go of any thoughts that might not be serving you well in this time, in this place. Regulate your breath, regroup, recenter, reorient, refocus on your intention. So now we'll explore that same sequence on the left side. Do the best you can and find your own modifications if you need. Open the eyes, find your drishti. Feel your alignment in mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, shift your weight to your left foot. Draw your right knee towards your chest. Let's see if you can keep it floating for a breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now take a deep breath in. Push your right leg back behind you. Warrior 3. Focus the eyes down, lifting through the inner right thigh to square the hips. You can keep a micro bend in this standing leg. One more breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Then with an inhale, bend the left knee. And as you exhale, slowly with control, that's the hard part, lower your right leg about a leg length back, driving the left knee forward, pushing into the outer edge of your right foot so much that your hips are square. Yes, keeping the tailbone tucked, shoulders back and down, arms are strong. Find your drishti. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And just like we did before, inhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Exhale, give your thigh a little hug, open the upper back. Great. Inhale, rise, open the chest. Exhale, give your thigh a little hug. Just one more. Inhale, arc back, really open the chest. And exhale, give your thigh a hug, really open the upper back. Now if you need to lower your fingertips for stability, go for it. With an inhale, lunge a little deeper. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Keep the bind if you want that challenge. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. And then release your fingertips to the mat if they're not already there. Drive the left hip back, forehead to shin. Option to lift the left toes. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Then from here, inhale. Lower the left toes if they're lifted. Bend the left knee or eyes back. Warrior 1. Exhale, open the shoulders and hips, warrior 2. So maybe toe heel the right foot back. Heel to arch alignment. You're pushing into the outer edge of your right foot as much as you're driving the left knee forward, like you're trying to split them out apart. Make sure the left knee is driving back towards your pinky toe as well, opening the hips. And maybe imagine you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Eyes on the left fingertips. Great. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Then from here, inhale, swoop the left arm up overhead. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Lightly tap the left forearm on the left thigh. Reach the right arm up overhead, eyes on the ceiling. And we'll flow back and forth. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. One more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Open the chest. Exhale, hold your extended side angle. Focus the eyes on the ceiling. If you want more, try a half bind. Bring the back of the right hand to the lower back. If you want more, try a full bind. Reach the left arm underneath the left thigh for your fingers or wrists. Then with the inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Two more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And with an inhale, straighten the left leg. Open the arms, triangle pose. Lower the left fingers on the shin, ankle, in front, or behind the left foot. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips, eyes on the right fingertips. Deep breath in. Slower breath out. With an inhale, bend the left knee, rise back to warrior two or peaceful. And exhale, very gently cartwheel your arms. As you spin on the ball of the right toes, plant your palms to frame your left foot. Then you have to push your hands into the mat to step the left foot back to the right, downward dog. Option one, breathe here. Option two, vinyasa. Inhale, rotate to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, travel to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Great work, everyone. I know that was kind of a lot. Just take a moment, close the eyes. Notice how you're feeling in the body and in the mind. Regulate your breath. Now we're going to cool down with some nice deep stretches. So to get down to the mat, we're going to start with yogi squat. Feet about mat width apart, heels in, toes out. Take a big breath in, swoop the hands out and up. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the knees, sink your hips to your own edge of resistance. So if you need to stay high, that's okay. If it's accessible, go lower. You can use blocks under the hips if that feels better for you. So ideally, your heels are grounded, pushing the elbows into the thighs and the thighs into the elbows. Shoulders back and down, lift through the crown of the head, and maybe close the eyes. If you'd like to, silently recite your mantra 3 times for the next 3 breaths. And after that 3rd breath, that 3rd mantra, bring your hands on the hips, however you need to get them there. Plant the feet forward. Then with an inhale, lift up tall. And as you exhale, slowly curl the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Plant your palms on either side of your hips. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Slide your heels to graze your fingertips. So we'll transition to bridge pose next. It's important to keep the head still and straight and the chin lifted here. So before we transition to this heart opening pose, if you'd like to take a moment, close the eyes, and maybe ask yourself, is there anything specific that you would like to open your heart for today? When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Push all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Tuck in the tailbone and lift the hips until you feel a gentle opening in the chest. Head straight, chin lifted. Option to interlace your fingers behind you, tucking the shoulders under the shoulder blades. Option to lift the heels. And as you breathe into your variation of bridge pose, bring your awareness to this gentle opening in the chest. Maybe think of inviting qualities into the heart, such as patience, forgiveness, compassion, and love for others and yourself. With an inhale, lift the hips a little higher, open the heart a little more. And as you exhale, slowly lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then just gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. And with an inhale, hug the right knee to the chest. Exhale, figure four. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and hug the left knee to the chest until you feel a nice deep stretch in the right hip. Flexing the feet, grounding the tailbone, relaxing the shoulders. Deep breath in. Longer breath out. Practice a few more breaths. Then maybe rock a little side to side if that feels good. Just releasing all the tension in that right hip. And then when you're ready, lower that left foot. Slide the right knee on top of the left knee. Zip up the thighs. Scoot your hips maybe an inch to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently rotate both knees to the left as you gaze to the right for a deep twist. Keeping the shoulders nice and flat. Now, if the crossed legs are too intense, feel free to uncross them. Find your own twist that feels good to you. And enjoy some nice, slow, soothing breaths here. And maybe even visualize wringing out the spine of toxins and impurities. With each slow exhale, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving your highest good. Whenever you're ready, slowly release this, and we're just going to switch sides. So start hugging the left knee to the chest, then cross the left ankle over the right thigh, figure four. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh, and hug the knee to the chest till you feel a stretch in the left hip. Grounding through the tailbone, relaxing the shoulders and head. Deep breaths in. Slower breaths out. Maybe rock a little if that feels good. And then whenever you're ready, lower the right foot, cross the left leg over the right, and maybe scoot the hips just an inch or two to the left. Open the arms, take a big breath in. Exhale, rotate the knees to the right as you gently turn your head to the left for a nice deep twist. Enjoy your breath here. Maybe even visualize wringing out the spine of impurities. And with each slow exhale, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving your highest good. Whenever you're ready, take your time, release this. Take a deep breath in, hug both knees to your chest. Exhale, grab the outer edges of the feet if that's accessible. If not, just grab the shins or ankles. Stretch the legs, stretch the hips, happy baby. So grounding through the tailbone here, relaxing the shoulders back and down, knees to armpits, shining the soles of the feet to the ceiling. And if it feels good, maybe play with straightening one leg, then straightening the other leg, stretching the legs here. And then take the next few breaths to tune into your body and any stretches or any movements that your body is telling you it needs. feels good to you. And maybe think of letting go of any heavy energy. Happy baby, I like to think of connecting to my inner child, that place of pure innocent curiosity and playfulness that we too often suppress as adults. So I like to think of reminding my inner child to come out and play next time I find myself taking something a little too seriously. So maybe you want to do the same. Invite a little levity here, lightheartedness. Think of something that makes you laugh or smile. Whenever you feel ready, I invite you to join me in Supta Konasana. So feet together, knees apart, lower the feet beneath the hips, grab the inner arches of the elbows up overhead, close the eyes. Take a deep breath in, and a longer breath out. And allow the breath to grow longer and deeper. And allow the breath to self-soothe and self-heal. Send yourself gratitude for showing up to this practice, maybe trying something a little different, and maybe pushing yourself past your comfort zone, prioritizing self-care and growth for your sake and others. Maybe bring your awareness back to your intention. Your body carries ancient wisdom that the mind often overlooks. When confusion arises, trust your body. It knows the way. In yoga, if ever in doubt, let the body guide you. It speaks the truth that the mind may miss. Whenever you feel ready, gently extend the legs long. Allow the toes to rotate outward. Allow the hands to rest on either side of the body. Open the palms, close the eyes. Give yourself permission now to fully relax in a well-deserved Shavasana. Feel supported by the floor and held by the earth beneath you. And know that it's okay to let go and surrender for now. Maybe even ask the universe for any healing you might need. And I'll be silent for the next couple minutes or so as we allow the body and the mind to absorb, integrate, and heal from this practice. to your breath, back to your body. And maybe gently circle the wrists, circle the feet, rock the head. If it feels good, on an inhale, do a full body stretch. And as you exhale, gently roll to one side of your body. And keeping your eyes closed and your awareness inward, take your time as you gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment to notice the quality of your breath as you gently come to a seat. Notice if your breath feels any different from when we started. Notice if your body feels different. And take a moment, observe any subtle shifts in your mood, your mind, or your energy. Maybe reflect on your intention now. I'll do 3 cleansing breaths, and the third time I'll chant Om to seal our practice with the sacred sound of peace. You're welcome to join me for Om, or you're welcome to listen. Take a deep inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Inhale, fill up all the way. Nice long cleansing exhale, let it go. Inhale for Om. Bring your hands to your heart. And if you'd like to join me for a final moment of gratitude, I invite you to think of one thing in your life that you feel grateful for today. Any one thing, big or small, that you feel grateful for in your life today. And allow this grateful feeling to grow, wash over you, and may this grateful feeling carry with you. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your presence and your practice with me. As always, let me know if you have questions, concerns, or anything like that. I'm happy to chat. But otherwise, go in peace. Enjoy your day. Good work.
It was a different way of doing the balance, which was nice.
Yeah. The theme of the day was the
Yeah.
self-hug. It's tricky, but also like comforting at like the same time.
You're right, there's an offset.
Yeah.
That's right.
So.
What's your playlist? Is it on Spotify?
Oh, thanks. This is actually called Yogi Tunes. So I play this playlist because it's royalty free.
Is it through Amazon Music?
It's through something called stream.yogi/tunes.com.
Really?
Yeah.
Google it, stream.
Yeah. Just Google Yogi Tunes and
Okay.
yeah, I used to actually play mantras.
Yeah.
Because I really like mantras,
Yeah.
but a lot of that stuff is not royalty free. And since I do virtual while I'm doing in
Yeah.
person, I have to play royalty free stuff. Plus, it's like the studio policy
Yeah.
as well. So, but I like this playlist too. There's various playlists on isn't it? You know, a website.
Yeah, so Yogi Tunes.
Yogi Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked your sequence too, but I was
Good.
So.
Yeah, sometimes the music can really change how you feel, you
Yeah.
know, so I think it's important to find music that makes you feel good.
Yeah. Sometimes just not even noticing it, just that
It's there in the background. Yeah, you don't want anything too distracting either. So.
Right. So how does this compare to like mentioned the power yoga?
So Power Flow, I just offer even more powerful options. I mean, Vinyasa is not that different than Vinyasa, really. Power Flow is Vinyasa. I just offer even more powerful options, but you don't have to do them, right? So it's just a little bit. I mean, Sam's been coming to Power Flow for a while, and Vinyasa. Vinyasa, I change up the sequence every time. So I feel like this class is probably a little more challenging than other Vinyasa classes just because I like to change things up. But I recommend just trying it, and if it's like too much, you don't have to continue.
This sounded perfect for Sunday. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining. I feel like this vinyasa was probably a little more challenging. I think the last couple vinyasas, vinyasa can be really gentle or really powerful. So, but power flow, I definitely always include the.
It also varies teacher to teacher.
Yes. Oh yeah, Blake's classes. I've taken his classes. He also you hold the poses longer, which has value as well. So, yeah. But enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Are you still teaching power?
Yeah.
Okay.
So last Tuesday, I just had a conflict. A film that I produced was featured in this festival. So that's why I missed last Tuesday.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna keep coming back.
Okay.
Allison should have substituted.
Okay.
Was she there?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't go.
I usually just go to yours.
Yeah.
Because I like the hard.
He liked the challenge.
Yeah. And I came to one other one and I was like, I mean, it's fine, but I like your class because it's challenging. So I specifically see what you're teaching.
I see.
Even
Yeah.
today, I was like, I know that it's not power, but I still know it's
It's still a
it's
challenge.
really hard.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to baby anyone, you
No,
know?
don't baby anyone. And you give us, what do you call it? You give us choices.
Yeah, and I think that's important because I want to be as inclusive as possible, you know?
Right.
I do notice that in an all levels class, people will tend to try the most advanced stuff. I'm like, you don't have to.
Right.
But
that's okay.
no, I'm still teaching Power Flow. I really just missed that just last Tuesday because of my film.
Because I saw something, I mean, maybe it was a different day, but it was like flow and restore or something, which I hadn't seen. Was that something?
Was that a Tuesday night?
Or maybe it was Wednesday or something. It was like.
Oh, Wednesday I was substituting.
Okay, maybe that's.
Yeah, so
And then
Wednesday.
I was like, oh my gosh, you're not doing power, now you're doing. Well, I'm like, no.
Oh, no. That was just last week. So last
Okay.
week, Allison substituted Power Flow, and then I substituted Restore. And
Okay.
restorative is like the opposite of
Right.
power. You know, it's just as valuable to relax. You know, you have to have like that balance.
Right.
So, yeah. But no, I'll be back to the Tuesday night next week. And as far as the office thing goes, I'm gonna shoot Stacy a text. I sent her an email.
Right.
Sometimes her email just gets flooded, so I'm gonna shoot her a text and see, because it looks like on the schedule that the studio is available. So it's just a matter of I don't know if you have a budget or anything. If we do it at the studio, it'll probably just be a little more.
Right.
But I mean, that might be worth it because the vibe is nice here. So
Well, I'm either way, it's fine.
yeah.
The cool thing about coming here would be that people would know about it.
Yeah. I know that it's close by.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then, my office, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We have space. We would just have to, I have the room that we would use, it's movable furniture, so I'll just move it. It's on
Okay.
wheels.
Yeah.
So that we can have more space.
I teach through Kaiser Permanente. I teach in corporate offices a lot.
Okay,
And
so
so
you're
there's,
used to that.
I'm used to making space and things like that. It's just, the vibe of a yoga studio is a lot more feng shui, like comfortable.
Right.
So, but I'm fine either way. So I'll shoot her another text today.
Okay.
And she usually responds to text pretty quickly, and then I'll let you know what she says, and then she might want to talk to you directly and figure that out at the studio. So.
Do you want me to show, I don't know what you're doing right now, but I could show you the office space just because.
Sure. So I'm supposed to teach Tai Chi at 3:30.
Okay.
But I don't know.
What time is it right now? 3?
Yeah, it's 3:15.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's 3:12. But I don't know if anyone's gonna show up. So